Well, DC fans, your prayers have indeed been answered. Zack Snyder's Justice League is now out. But is it worth a watch, especially with the 4-hour runtime, and is it better than the version we got in 2017? Let's take a look. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic, and today I'm giving you my honest, no BS review for Zack Snyder's Justice League. If you guys are new to the channel and you want to see more videos just like this, and you guys are a fan of movies and cinema, then this is the place for you. Definitely hit like and subscribe. And go check out my partners at Movie Scene Canada. Their link is in the description. They give away a ton of contests. You could be the next lucky winner. So, we have Zack Snyder's Justice League. I remember when this news broke and the whole internet was going crazy about it. And people even asked me, Brandon, are you excited for this movie? And honestly, I said, not really, because I wasn't a fan of Man of Steel. I wasn't a fan of Batman v Superman, and I wasn't a fan of the Joss Whedon version of Justice League. And then I found out it was 4 hours long, and I'm like, I don't know, guys, I can't get really hyped for a superhero movie anymore. Especially because we see so many of them nowadays, and this is an updated or upgraded version of a movie that I've already seen. Yes, DC fans will tell me this is the original vision and this is how it should have been all along, but regardless, we did see a version of this movie already 4 years ago. So when talking about this movie, it's hard to look at this in a vacuum. You have to compare it to the other one. But luckily, I think this version is better. But the two biggest changes that I noticed were the aspect ratio and the runtime. This movie does benefit from it, and I'm glad that they used it to establish character. Aquaman, Cyborg, and Barry Allen all finally get the development they deserve in a big movie like this. I thought that the entire team had their moments to shine, and they really worked well together because all of them were built up. Especially Steppenwolf and Darkseid. Much better. You finally understand why they're doing the things that they're doing, and they feel threatening. Unlike Avengers, and I can't believe I'm even making this comparison right now, unlike the Avengers, where Loki, at least in my eyes, was not threatening whatsoever. I looked at him and I went, oh yeah, the Avengers can easily defeat him. When looking at Steppenwolf, I'm like, I don't know how the Justice League will be able to defeat him. And he's working for Darkseid. I really don't know how they're gonna be able to defeat this asshole. And that added tension. There was tension in this movie. I was actually getting emotionally involved in a DC superhero movie, which for me, doesn't happen very often. Now, Superman and Batman, they are in this movie, of course, this is the Justice League, but I felt like they took a back seat where the other characters took center stage, especially Wonder Woman, and I'm okay with that. Diana, she is wonderful. But I wanna let you guys know that Batman and Superman take a back seat to everyone else. So there's a lot of benefits to this 4-hour runtime. However, it is 4 hours long. It could have been 3 hours. Just saying that right now. They could have trimmed it up, especially, unpopular opinion here, the epilogue. Sorry DC fans, but you could have cut it. It's really long, especially after the main story is over, and it's setting up future DCEU projects that I don't think we're ever gonna see because this movie was supposed to come out 4 years ago, and then the whole Ben Affleck is not Batman anymore. Again, I don't really pay attention to the DCEU news, but it's setting up a lot of things that I don't think we're ever gonna see. And I won't spoil what happens to the Joker, but let me just say that a lot of DC fans are gonna be disappointed. But beside that, the 3-hour runtime, if they went down that route, we would have had a solid superhero storyline. Bad guy has evil plans, heroes need to assemble, and we finally actually know who those heroes are. There's enough time to develop them, but they're outnumbered and outmatched, and of course they need to resurrect Superman. He's their final hope, there's the big epic battle, and that's the classic superhero structure, and I thought that here it was executed, while 4 hours long, it was executed well. Also, there was no awkward forced comedy. There was one line that felt very Joss Whedon-y, so that one line sticks out like a sore thumb, but it didn't feel disjointed. It felt like a cohesive vision, which of course is what DC fans really wanted. And of course you get the Superman black suit. I will say that I'm just indifferent to it. I do prefer this style, but I feel like for people who are excited to see Superman in the black suit, you will get your money's worth. Now the action sequences, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and Barry Allen, they get their time to shine. Whereas Batman, Aquaman, and especially Superman, I feel get shafted, at least in the action sequences. And the action worked when you could see what was happening. Yes, in the final battle, it does become much darker and much harder to see, especially with all the CGI nonsense going on. So sure, it wasn't the most exciting action sequences, but when you could see what was happening, it worked. And finally, the best part about this movie was the ending before the epilogue, where I got superhero chills. And like I said in the beginning of this video, before this movie came out, people were asking me if I was excited for it, and I was saying no, because I didn't like Man of Steel, I didn't like Batman v Superman, and I didn't like the Joss Whedon Justice League. But this version, it gave me superhero chills. I felt like I was a kid again, watching a superhero movie on the big screen and just being amazed at what I saw. And that rarely happens now. The market is so oversaturated with superhero movies that it's very hard to get those classic superhero chills, but this movie gave them to me. And like I learned in sound class, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And minus the epilogue, this movie stuck the landing, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I'm giving Zack Snyder's Justice League a 4 out of 5. Other than Wonder Woman and maybe Shazam, this is my favorite DCEU movie, the Zack Snyder Justice League. A movie that I wasn't looking forward to in the slightest. I wasn't hyped for it, but I walked out very pleased. And yes, this is a 4-hour long movie, so make sure you have enough time on your hands to watch it, but I feel like superhero fans everywhere will really enjoy Zack Snyder's Justice League. But what about you guys? Have you guys seen Zack Snyder's Justice League? If you have, do you prefer it to the Joss Whedon cut? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And if you're new here and you want to see more videos just like this, then definitely hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.